If you like to grow your food, you probably love the feel of soil and revel in the joy of harvesting your crops. Gardens give us pleasure. Gardens date back to our earliest ancestors, finding edibles in the wild and learning how to transplant them into a plot of ground. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon testify to the sense of wonder a garden brings. What's more, gardening offers other benefits, such as stress reduction, exercise, and stockpiling all that valuable vitamin D obtained from sunshine. Vitamin D deficiencies are linked to an increase of heart attacks, type 1 diabetes, and osteoporosis. Another obvious benefit is the savings factor. In the summer, we eat out of the garden and reduce our grocery bills. I preserve extra for winter use as well. In fact, I cannot imagine life without a garden. However, gardening is not always easy. Harsh climatic conditions, such as winter weather with a short summer, or life in a desert area, often makes growing your own food a challenge. Plus, watering a garden gets expensive. Maintaining the soil quality can get complicated, buying fertilizer and worrying about keeping it ready for the next season of growth. The good news is, none of that is necessary. The world of aquaponic gardening beckons you to a new way of cultivating and harvesting your own food. And it's not as hard as it sounds. I know when I first started researching aquaponic gardening, I was overwhelmed in less than an hour. I have to what? Doesn't it smell? Fish? I don't think so. Slowly, that distaste grew to grudging respect. The more I learned, the more I wanted to know. After combining countless books and articles, I finally felt ready to embark on this new adventure. But my table lay piled with articles and heaps of paper, mocking every attempt at instilling order. When I needed to refresh my memory, I had to rifle through the mess, and it was unwieldy at best. A disaster, more often than I care to admit. Putting all of that information into a format at my fingertips became the genesis of this book. By the time I put it all together, my own floating gardens were a testament to the return of the wonders of Babylon. In my eyes, at least. My neighbors loved the vegetables I was able to share with them, so their praise was hearty as well. You, too, can grow your own water-based garden. And it's not as hard as you think. A big plus was my first-hand experience in proving it was not stinky after all. I wouldn't have guessed it, but it's true. A properly managed aquaponic garden produces less smell than an aquarium because the ammonium levels are consistently maintained at the proper level, as opposed to a fish tank no one wants to clean on Monday, Tuesday, or any other day of the week. To make it easier for friends and family, and that includes you, gentle reader, for you are a new friend, I'm sharing what I've learned. I want to provide you with a more readable, yet complete guide for following in my footsteps. I'm expecting that some of you have never gardened before, so I'm offering you basic instructions, plus an indexed glossary for added detail. Perhaps you live in an urban area and have never had the opportunity to garden. You'll find aquaponic gardening is perfect for rooftops. Perhaps you live in a climate that doesn't support the required growing season for tomatoes. Indoor aquaponic gardening is perfect for you. Don't be afraid to hop on the bandwagon and take advantage of this new option that is igniting the gardening community. I want to give you all the information you need. You need to know what aquaponic gardening is and is not. You need some convincing before you jump into the water, and so does your family. You need to learn about the systems available and how to choose the best system for your home and garden. You need to learn how to set it up, how to maintain it, and how it works. Most of all, you need a textbook with a dictionary to learn a lot of new terms and the scientific background to share with disbelieving family and friends. To that end, I have highlighted in bold the terms defined and expounded upon in the glossary at the end of the book. I promise I won't overload you with too much information too quickly, exploding your head and causing you to cast the book aside in despair. Don't worry, we are in this together. This is your go-to book for creating your own aquaponic garden. A garden you can use year-round, indoors or out. Always growing your lettuce bowl or vegetable plate. That's right, with your aquaponic garden, your dinner makings are just steps away. Are you ready to dig in? Let's do this together.